Hello you beautiful people, welcome back to the homestead. Today I wanted to give you a quick tour of the grocery row gardens. It's been, well, about a month since I originally recorded the first video in April. And well, the grocery row gardens are coming along nicely. I took a look at a few things today and I thought, well, why not share this while I spread a bit of compost around in a few little areas where I'd like to plant some new things that hasn't had compost yet. So let's go take a look. So I'm going to finish putting the compost at the end of this bed and a bit here for the watermelons and the courgettes, and a few bits that I'll get in closer afterwards with the camera and show you what I've got going on. Just today I've also put in this makeshift trellis. It's a recycled bed bottom that I'll show you as well in a moment. Let me finish this quickly and I'll probably end up just, because there's lots of plants around and it's going to be difficult to spread it with a rake, so I'll probably just get in with my hands and just level it out. It's not much space to deal with. So as you can see, I've got quite a few different bits and bobs around planted, and if I bring the rake, it's going to be much more time consuming and difficult to spread it out. So I like to get my hands dirty and just roughly spread it out like this. I can be a bit more gentle, hopefully, with the plants. If I do find anything, I can work around it a bit easier. And I just pull up the drip lines and try and make it as level as possible. That's it, all done. Sort of as I'm pulling up plants from other areas that are finishing, like these leeks are going to come up soon, and those first early potatoes I'll show you in a minute. Then I'll put down some compost in that area where I'll be planting, or actually I've already planted some beans that are coming up now. Alright, I'm going to get behind the camera and give you the quick tour of these two rows. These are the grocery row gardens that I have. With no more delay, on with the tour. So I think we're going to start this end today, and we'll start on the right and then come back down on the left. So, since I've last been here, I've planted a little red currant, I believe they're called. These are some cuttings that I did from the other place at Sequoia in the winter, and I took two cuttings over here, and I planted one in the grocery gardens and one in another spot with the backyard culture, orchard culture apples. That's a courgette. I can't remember if it's a Romanesco or a Patizon, which makes these sort of round UFO white shaped. They're actually pumpkins, but you eat them like a courgette when they're soft and young. Then some carrots, garlic's almost finishing up. Not very long now, they're starting to go a bit yellow. I'll just wait for them to flower, and once I've seen that sign, then I'm going to pull them up. I've got the last broccoli head. That's the third sprout from this broccoli, so I'm pretty pleased with it. It's been a very good one. Then there's going to be the carrots here. Now, this is something I wanted to show you. This is the bottom of an old bed that we found, and I use a stick to hold it up. And then I plant cucumbers at the bottom, and the cucumbers get weaved in and out of here, so then I have this trellis going that sort of diagonally, and because the sun is over there, then the things that can grow on this side still get sun. So I can, once the cucumbers are bigger, I can put lettuces and things that don't need too much sun, even some radishes if it's going to be later in the year. And then they will be able to grow under the slight shade of the cucumbers whilst, making use of this vertical space here for the cucumbers. Here we've got some cauliflowers just finishing up. Luckily not too much damage on them, although I just had a look at this one. Although it's a beautiful big head, I can see a little bit of caterpillar poop there, but the head looks good and intact, so I'm not going to wait too long more to harvest that one. Aubergine there planted, that's going to be coming up. There's a Japanese aubergine. This one I only just planted recently. They make a very long purple aubergine, very nice. The garlics, as you can see, they're very, very thick. I haven't had a dig, but yeah, the heads are coming along nicely. They're not fully developed yet, but they're getting very big. Well, here's a Romanesco. There's a pointy green cauliflower style. And then these are the first early potatoes, the Federicas, that I've got in there. It was a trial to have them in the Grocery Row Gardens. And well, I had a plant here that I just decided to pull up today. I was all excited seeing them starting to die back a bit, the foliage. I thought, well, let me have a look and see what there is, even though they've got probably a good month left in them. And look, not too shabby. I only planted these 2 months ago. And for 2 months to have that already, and there was plenty of more baby potatoes on the plant itself, I just threw them to the chickens. And these smaller ones, given another month, would probably be the same size as these ones, and these ones even bigger. So I'm going to call this a success. Let's hope the voles don't find them before I get to pull the rest of them out. But that's good news. I'm very happy with that. The fig tree is coming along nicely. It's that cutting I did that is put on a nice bit of growth. There we got some cucumbers, more cucumbers. These cucumbers, I'm going to let them sprawl out and cover a bit on that side of the path. Unlike the other ones, where they're going to grow vertically. And then a celery here that was going to flower. I've chopped off the flower stem because I just used branches to make stock and things with. So I don't care if it flowers. I'm not going to eat it. Some more lettuces and onions dotted around. Garlic's going all along, like before. And this is the oca. It's a South American tuber. Probably most people might know it already. It makes these colourful tubers. Latin name Oxalis tuberosa. There's some more here and some more here. I was worried that the voles had eaten it, but they have not. And it's been coming up. This is, I believe, a pink variety. I haven't had a successful harvest yet from it because I got it late last year and planted it and only got 4 or 5 little tubers like this. So I just kept them for planting, and I just sowed them in the winter, and they've come up now that it's warm enough. The purple raspberries are doing very well. This is all new growth here. It's got raspberries. The raspberries are looking pretty small. Let's see, I don't know what they're going to be like. That's from the old growth and from the old roots, so I didn't expect to have an amazing harvest. I was expecting that these new growth and next year would be a much better once they've established in the system. Okay, going on to the other side now, the purple potatoes doing very well. They are still looking pretty healthy. They haven't started to die back or anything, and I reckon that these are going to be about a month or 2 more than the Federicas, the first earlies, once they finished. I've had a look around, and the only thing I've found is baby little purple potatoes like that. I don't remember the variety, but they were a pack of purple potatoes that I bought from the supermarket and chitted and then planted, so awesome. These are red raspberries here. They've done a lot of growth. They weren't looking too good before, and they've put on a lot of new growth, and they've got at least 3 or 4 heads on them, so happy. Some yellow radish, beetroot alongside them, and some red beetroot as well. They're starting to make some nice heads. This amaranth that's self-seeded, this is elephant head amaranth. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There we are, very pretty. It really does make a head that's, there we are, got it. So this is elephant head amaranth. It really does make a head like an elephant's head with a trunk. It's very interesting. I use it mostly to feed the chickens. Once I let this seed, I throw it to the chickens, and they have a great time with the foliage and as well with the seeds. Another Asian aubergine here. This one's planted quite a while ago, so it's doing much better. It's much more ahead than the other one. Some more yellow beetroots and some leeks. And then here are those dwarf tomatoes. Mostly, well, Beauty King, another Beauty King, and on that side this is a Fred's Tie-Dye and a Baronia. And then that peach seedling that has done very well. It's put on a lot of new growth. It's getting quite big, and it seems to be getting happier as well as it's rooting. I've got some beans coming up here. I mean, it's the leeks. The leeks are going to come out soon, and I've tried sowing, but I've also got modules done of beans, so if they don't all come up for some one reason or another, then I'll have modules that I can just plug into the holes. And here where I spread, there's the watermelons. Still early in the season for us, so a bit more ochre there. I thought I'd grow that, let's see, alongside the watermelon, maybe on the edge. Let's see if it does any well. There's some more beetroots here, and then some more courgettes and some raspberries with an actual red raspberry on it. These are ever-bearing raspberries, so once they've fruited, that branch can be chopped back, and then the new branches fruit. And if the ones that don't fruit this year, if they're still green, then you leave them, and in the spring next year they'll do an early harvest, just like this one now. And another courgette, and this lettuce there, it looks like it's going to flower. I'll probably end up in the chickens on there. Well, I wanted to squeeze in the strawberry patch. Why not? It's just looking so well. I'm really pleased with how it's come along. Lots of flowers, lots of fruit. So awesome. There we go, lots of fruit. And a few of them that haven't fruited, well, one of them is not fruiting, but it's putting on lots of runners. And I'm leaving her because I'm thinking that with the runners, I'm going to do a box of strawberries and put them in the greenhouse so that next year I can have an early harvest of strawberries. Coming to the shed, I think I'm going to sit down for a cup of tea. So thank you very much for coming along on the journey. If you'd like to continue following here at the homestead, then please do subscribe and give us a big thumbs up if you like the video. Helps to get the algorithm shared to more people. And if you think of any varieties of vegetables that you think might work well in my area, then please do leave them down in the comments. Thanks again. Bye.